Dang, that's a lot of fireworks.
It's Cousin Daddy. All right, guys, thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. If you could take a second, like and subscribe, I really would appreciate it. All right, today we are talking about how to not get killed riding a motorcycle on the road. And I have picked up a few little ditties along the way through the years of me riding motorcycles. I'm very fortunate up to this point in my motorcycle career. I've never laid down a motorcycle, knock on wood, but I have, when I was younger coming up, riding like dirt bikes and four-wheelers, I have leaned over those and wrecked those. But when I started getting into the street classes, when I started getting the scooter at 15 on up the ranks, I have not had a motorcycle wreck or laid down a motorcycle. And you'll hear people say, oh, you're going to lay it down just when. That's not for sure. Oh, you're going to have a wreck, just not when. That's not so much the case. Because what I've done over the years is I've picked up a little bit of defensive riding and figured out a few little tricks along the way that might help you guys to not get yourself killed out here on the streets, right? Because the one thing I've noticed riding motorcycles is people can't see you. And it doesn't matter how loud your pipes are or what you got on, guys. People aren't paying attention to motorcycles and they can't see you, right? So what I've learned over the years to do is I have learned to make myself visible to the rider on the road. So I have adjusted my motorcycle riding to them on the road, right? And what that means is you know, like when I'm coming up on intersections or I'm coming up on a road where a car is merging onto me, I swerve back and forth, right? I'll take my motorcycle, I'll slow it down, and I will go back and forth to make sure that motorcycle can see me. And what I do is I watch the front wheel on that car or that vehicle. If that vehicle on that front wheel starts to roll, I know they do not see me and they're about to come out. If that front wheel stops and is not moving, I know they see me and it's okay for me to continue on. And that is huge, guys, over the years, because I've had many friends get merged on and hit coming out of parking lots, and you know, they just weren't paying attention. They watched the person in the car and not the wheel. Another thing that I've learned, especially at night, is put LED lights on your motorcycle at night, guys. That's really going to help you when you're riding around. You can change different colors. It can be bright colors, whatever it is. And people want to say, oh, man, you're blinging your bike out. Ain't nobody doing that. But I'm telling you something, at night, really big difference when you're riding around glowing on a motorcycle. They can see you, right? Here's another thing they do. Cars merge, man. They're going to merge on you. They're going to merge on you. They're going to stop in front of you. A lot of things are going to be going on. So what I've learned to do is not ride in a car's blind spot. I'm either in front of a car or I'm in their window. Never stay at the quarter panel to where they can't see me, right? I'm either past them or right there at their window where they can see me. And I'm never, never, ever next to just riding next to semi-trucks. Riding next to semi-trucks, you just go ahead and, if there's a car next to a semi riding on the highway, I just back up. I'll let that car pass that semi and get enough distance, and then I'll pass that semi. I am not hanging out with a semi-truck, I can tell you that. That's one of the big things I've definitely learned. I don't ride in the right lane. Whatever the merge lane is, where cars are merging onto a road, I ride one lane over. So I don't have to have those cars merging on me and turning on me, and another situation where they pull out and stop or they're slow, right? So I make it, you know, make myself seen by staying out of the way. The number one thing for bikers is really bad for us on the roads, other than can't being seen, of course, is we get hit from the back, right? So a lot of my friends have been knocked off their motorcycles. They're just sitting, they pull up to the traffic light, they put it in neutral, they're chilling, playing with their phone, and then bam, you know, they're being knocked off the back and the bike's rolling out in the middle of the intersection. It's a whole thing, right? So what I've learned is when I come up to a stop and I'm behind a car, or I'm not behind a car, I get to the very far left of the lane or the very outside panel of the car. Whether it's right or left, I get to the outside panel of the car. I pull up. I'll keep my clutch pulled in, my bike in first gear, and I watch my mirror to see the reaction of the car coming up behind me. If it looks like they're slowing down and they're going to stop, then I just can relax, put it in neutral, do my thing. But if they're steadily moving and I don't see like they're slowing down, And I keep that engagement on in case they run into me. So if they're not paying attention, they don't hit me. They run into the back of the car because I'm on the outside of the panel. Guys, if you try that trick right there, you're going to see a big difference how you feel when you're at a stoplight. And lots of times being on the outside quarter panel, a car will notice like, whoa, what's this guy doing in the middle of the lane? And it will help you get noticed a little bit, right? Another problem that bikers have, you know, we always going over the speed limit. So what happens is a car's just riding down the road, they're doing a certain speed, and then next thing you know, boom, they're merging onto you. Well, it's not always the case. A car's reaction time to our reaction time is huge, right? So if you're doing 55 miles an hour, a car's doing 60 miles an hour, and they look into their mirror, and they're going to merge left, right? And you're doing 85 miles an hour coming around a turn, they look in the mirror, they make the decision to go ahead and merge over, they start merging, and by the time they start merging, we're already up on them, right? So now we're thinking they're merging into our lane, but the reality of it is they looked in the mirror, they didn't see anybody, and now we're there. And that's because we're going way over the speed limit, and we have infringed on their space. They're not coming in over on us. We have infringed on their space, right? And I've learned over the years, just, you know, you got to, especially on curves and blind curves and stuff like that, when I'm riding, because I ride a lot of backwoods, a lot of country, right? I've ridden in the city for many, many years, and I've ridden in mountains and backwoods, but I ride a lot of backwoods. In blind curves and turns, I really slow down. If you watch my videos, you'll notice like on blind curves and backwood areas, I'm not hauling butt. I can get knee down and roll through there, but I take my time because people will be merging in and out of these blind curves. You come over the hill, you don't know what's there. Dogs, you know, other animals, cats, you know, porcupines, skunks, you name it, are going to be in the road that you can hit on a blind curve. So always take caution on something I can't see. That's huge. Another thing that happens on the road, guys, you're just going to have motorcycle haters. And truth let it be told, people just hate bikes. Some people are just, they're jealous and they're haters and they don't like motorcycles, and they're going to merge on you. They're going to brake check you. They're going to try to make your day miserable. What I do is I leave that person behind, get around that situation, take off or change route. You know, a lot of people, they just can't have bikes, or maybe they had somebody in their family that got really hurt on a motorcycle and they just despise them. Or a certain class of bike, people have really made them mad over the years and they'll take it out on you. So guys, these are little tricks I've learned over the years to go ahead and protect myself from being killed and ending up in the hospital, right? Maybe this will help you out a little bit. But I do thank you so much for stopping by the channel, guys. I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of the ride, this great scenery here. And you guys have a great day.